You know already that I bought this car to use it on a daily basis, not to garage it, not to track it heavily. But before I started doing that, mainly because the car is expensive and I want this car to be with me for a long period of time and absorb lots of kilometers, I did 5 things to prepare it for the load. And today I'm going to walk you through all of those and exact price I paid before I considered the car to be ready. I guess number 1 is PPF, and it's not coming as a surprise. You can see how car is dirty from insects and from dirt, but because car is very low, the moment you drive behind any car, the stones and stone chips are pretty much hitting the whole front of the car all the way up to the half of the hood. And the same problem applies to these white hips, if you will, where I put PPF and then extra layer on top of it because I'm expecting to change this part quite on a regular basis. When it comes to application, I wanted PPF to be cut on the car and not come from the plotter printer as a pre-cut, because I had this experience on the previous car where you can see that dirt stays behind the edges and it just doesn't look great. This required some of the parts to be removed for the application, but it was worth it. Look at this. It's just amazing, beautiful. You wouldn't be able to spot that there is a PPF on the car. I also applied PPF on this glossy part next to the gear shifter because I recently sat in the car which had this area quite scratched from daily usage. So how much? Of course this is specific to Czechia, but PPF cost me 3,900 euros. Number 2, ceramic coating on the wheels and the brake calipers. Why? Look at this, right? It's very easy to get this dirty, and when you are washing the car just with the water with ceramic coating, it goes down very, very nicely without any effort. So I also applied ceramic coating on the seats, and all together with the wheels, that cost me 500 euros. I don't believe actually that ceramic coating can help to protect this edge, because when you're going in to those seats, and I'll speak about them and how is it to live with them on a daily basis later, you're hitting hard this edge, and I was really worried that mechanically this is going to get damaged very, very quickly. And look, when you are going out, there is no other way than just putting the pressure on this part of the seat. That's a heavy load. So what did I do? I bought these leather bolsters from Justin Placek, who's going to use exactly the same leather and stitching so it looks the same, but it's an extra layer of protection. So when you're hitting this on a daily basis, you're actually destroying this bolster and not the original seat. So let's see how long this is going to last. It took me approximately 30 minutes to install it by myself. This is how it looks when installed. So this particular part cost me 1,240 euros. So the 4-point for me was running in car properly, because Porsche's instructions are quite, I would say, gentle. They only say don't take it to the track and don't rev about 7,000 RPMs first 1,500 kilometers. So I've done my own research, listened to different advices, and I decided to rev only all the way up to 4,000 first 500 kilometers, then 5,000 RPMs first 1000 kilometers and 6000 RPMs first 1500 kilometers, and I did it really with a discipline, and only started revving car properly after that period. And when the car had approximately 2000 kilometers, I took it to Porsche and had the oil change, which cost me 500 euros. I guess the last one doesn't come as a surprise. The car came out of the factory on Goodyear Eagle F1 Supersport R, which is a track tire and it's not usable in conditions you are watching on the screen right now. So it was another no-brainer for me, and I changed it for Michelin Pilot Sport 4S, which cost me, including fitting and balancing, 1150 euros, which leaves us with 7,250 euros of investment before I considered car to be ready for a daily driving. Oh, and there is one more bonus. I have always bought safety dash cams from third parties and then had someone else did the wiring for me, and this time I told myself I'm going to buy original Porsche dash cam including wiring. And because of local regulations in Germany, they installed it directly in my face, and even upon my request, Porsche was not able to move it, so I had to take it back to Prague and had a service to move it for me into the location which I consider normal. So this cost me additional 200 euros, and my total bill for making car usable on a daily basis is almost 7,500 euros. Was it worth it? Absolutely, except of this last one, which is pure bullshit and no sense. Thanks for watching. Next time I'm either going to take you to some views of the trips we did in Dolomites, or I'm going to take you to a daily driving in Prague and challenges you have to overcome with car like GT3. See you.